position as a contract grower for Daybreak Farms since 2013. She is passionate about community development, growth, and empowerment. As a life coach specializing in transformation, it is her continued ambition to give back to communities by upskilling them to be independent thinkers that can utilize the available resources to better their livelihood. She has served in the Department of Rural Development Program for 3 years as part of her community engagement initiatives, where she mentored and coached in the small and medium enterprises in the Mpumalanga province. As a transformation coach and neuro-linguistic practitioner, she is part of the 2024-25 cohort of Liminality, a non-profit organization that assists young Black women globally on different social-related issues. She has completed her MSc in International Business Management with the University of East London in the UK, is a trade facilitator with Gestalt International Study Centre, and has an advanced labour law certificate with the University of Pretoria and a degree in internal auditing with the Tshwane University of Technology. Now, in our brief elevator pitch, she said that she is a transformer, committed to changing the perceptions of people and driving them to thinking differently. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome Gugu Sultan.
Just dance a little more so I can share. I was telling Mrs. Bale that I have a whiskey in my bag. Just to shake off a little bit of nervousness because I see a lot of wealth in this building. Yeah! How is everybody doing? We are winners today, eh? Yes. All we do is win, no matter what. I'm a born-again Christian, by the way. Just to let you know. And this song is my jam. It's my ringing tone. And it goes when I realize that it rhymes with the verse in the Bible that says, all things work together for good. And when I heard that song, I win every day. I win every day. Even when I lose, I win. Because everything works together for good. As a child of God, you never lose. Thank you very much for having me today. It is an honor and a privilege to be standing here. I'm very nervous. I'm used to chickens, guys. So when I'm going to look at you today, I'm going to be looking at chickens. All of you are white and you've got feathers and wings. But nonetheless, I appreciate the opportunity given to me today. How does this thing work? There's no other. So the one was backwards, yeah. Okay. Good. Transform myself. So today we are going to talk about entrepreneurship. Journey, my journey. Please bear that in mind. It's my journey. We do not judge. We listen. How it came about, it's my journey. This is me, Gugu Sultan, and sometimes I go by the name of Mukachwa, depending on which side of the bed I woke up in. It's all my surnames. I'm not married, guys. I've got 2 surnames. Yeah, both of them have got personalities, so it depends which personality I choose. If you want the story, it's not for free, you can come after. and then you will hear it. So Gugu is a transformer, like we said. I love good food, and I can cook it too. Sis Annalise, maybe one day we should, both of us chefs in the kitchen. I love good food. I love food. Good food. Not just any food, good food. The only time I eat junk is when I'm traveling, because I'm also a traveler. I love traveling. So if we're out in the Budus, I want to try all the cuisines, then I can eat all the yucky stuff, because I want to experience Maudwana, all this kind of stuff I've been through. Amen. Amen. The devil is a liar. What's that? Is it no sharing? The home that I left, a girl and a boy, they're just lovely dogs. Just come along, guys. Don't be lost. Just listen. I'm not a teacher, ne? I'm not a teacher. I'm not like, I'm not a teacher. I told you, I play with chickens. I deal with people 101 as a coach. It's connected, right? Testing. Okay, let's try this again. I said I have babies at home, a girl and a boy, yes, and they love their dogs. Perception, you see, Sis Annalise, I said I've got beautiful babies at home, a boy and a girl, and people just decided it's human beings. We are here to learn, guys. We listen and we process, and then we see. That is just in a nutshell. That is me. I wanted to let you guys in on my life, because you don't know anything, and this is my journey. And the other thing is that I once trended in Kazakhstan, in Ukraine. Look at me. And yeah, the brain. I've trended on Instagram. I hope when you guys Google, you're not gonna find that, because I tried. It was not there. Kazakhstan, I didn't know where it was. Ukraine and Russia. Don't look at the relationship they have now. When I went abroad on vacation, like I said, I love traveling. I was the best dancer in the island. Bear in mind, in the island. Yes. So because I was the best one, and I was African, and I can shake, you know how they think I'm the baddest, then I can stand on top of the table and dance. I was trending. And I made their trip worthwhile, because some of them felt like, you know what, we should have extended, and this woman should have been there. Oh, I cannot dance. She's not catching up. You see, you don't know how good or bad you are until you meet the pros. Where I was training and I was good, at home I can't even try. That is just me. But anyway, life is a continuous journey. Courage, becoming, growth, family, and failure. I don't believe that I have made it in life yet. It's a continuous journey. Sometimes you may think you've made it, and you realize, I didn't even start. That's how life is. I put courage there because at a point in my life, I took a risk of quitting my job and starting a business that I did not know anything about. I did not know anything about it. And that was courage. I did not know it at that time. It's because there was just this yearning in my life, and I just felt like there's this emptiness that I wanted to fulfill. Because I wanted to be somebody. I wanted a life that nobody modeled where I was staying. Growing up in Nelspruit, Ematsulu, there was no model in my life. There was not really that much success in my life, but there was just something in me. I did not know what it was that propelled me to go out into the world. Now, being the person that I am now, looking back, what the current me has achieved. In my family, it gave me a seat at the table. Now, when families are making decisions, they call me because all of a sudden I'm important. I have something to contribute because there was a switch. I became something at home, in the community. That's what happened when you build your life. You become somebody. You find a seat in the table where you were not invited before. And I've used failure there for a reason, because it's a word that we all know and we loosely use it. Oh, I failed. Oh my goodness, I'm a failure. We're not really failing, you're not really a failure. Failure, I think, is an emotional state at that time, because what you want or what you hoped to achieve, if you did not achieve it, you think you're a failure. If you did not get there in time, you think you failed. Because at the age of 30, you should do this. At the age of what, you should be married. You should have what and what and what and what. And life is not just about that. So I would want us today, I encourage you, that every time you hear the word failure in your life, just pause a little bit and reframe it. Because failing is going through something and you fall flat and you decide to sleep flat. That is failure.
Okay.
Because you don't have the will and the strength to get up. When you know that you've tried something in life and you are no longer having the will, then you know you failed. Most importantly, yourself and the world. Because you are denying us the opportunity to gain access to what God deposited inside of you. So we are continuing. We are all of us in a journey. Then now, this, I want, as we're talking, you put yourself in there. Because this is my journey and I want you to tell your story. The what? Currently, I'm standing before you as a director, as a life coach, as a neuro-linguistic programmer, the language of the mind. There's still a little bit of athletes in me. That's what I am now. Because back then I was an SA athlete. It does not leave. It's in your muscle. Because when I'm at the gym, even if I stayed a year and not go to the gym, and I go to the gym and I put some weight, my muscles can still remember. That's why I'm saying I'm still an athlete. I'm gonna leave you to the why, just for curiosity purposes. I'll come back to that. Where? Our business isn't dilemmas. Business basically depends on your target market. It can be anywhere. Right now, you have a business on your phone. You are here, you could be trading, you could be doing anything. So location basically depends on your target market. My one is chickens. It needs to sit there, it's not moving. But as a coach, I coach online, coach overseas and everything. So since we're talking about branding as well, I'm sure you guys are fitting it in your business. Where is it? Where is it located? That depends on who's your target market. The when. When do you start a business? How old must you start a business? At this day and age, we are not limited anymore. We are liberated. The owner of the founder of KFC, Mr. Sanders, started KFC at the age of 62. Now you find babies that are earning on Instagram. Babies. They are already entrepreneurs. Some of them are richer than us. That's how business is moving now. So when you are never too old or never too young. You can never really say, oh, time has passed. That's over with me. No, it's not. There's still hope. And how? I started being an entrepreneur at varsity. I did not know it then. And guys, can I be honest with you? Some of the things I got to realize them now when I was preparing for this presentation. I was like, wow, girl, you did good. I did not know some of the was paying for my fees, my medical aid, my clothing, my tuition, my textbooks. When I started, I was using NSFAS. And Athletic South Africa came and they offered me a scholarship and they paid for me. I looked for jobs, isn't that? There was a time where I was handing out flyers. We handed out so many flyers and they gave you 80 rand. I was in Pretoria, home is now spread. I needed to make money. It was a hard work. Now when I meet people in the street giving out flowers, I take it because I understand what it's like being there. Because I used to say, why can't you just throw them in the bin and then they just get, no, it's not like that. When you're a loyal person and you have integrity, you're not going to do that. That's how it works. So I was an athlete. It took me years to realize that I was working. I cried. I wanted to be a student that does waitressing and all this kind of stuff. It did not work. I looked and I couldn't get it. And later, and I said to God, but why, dude? He said, but why did you want to work if you were already working? I did not know. Because I was doing something that I was passionate with. She also said something about passion. When you're doing something that you love, you don't really know, you don't even consider yourself to be an entrepreneur because you're thinking, it's just the highest side hustle. You don't know. I was getting paid more than the people that goes and do waitressing. I did not know that. I used to plait people's hair at race because I wanted money for bread. What is that? Is that not being an entrepreneur? Are you not an entrepreneur? You do nails, right? How many people are doing stock fills? Exactly. I can tell you now, if you guys can combine your skills and everything, you can open a bank. You can start loaning us money. All you need is just a mind shift. And that's what we are here today to do. Just, if we could, maybe we can take the brain and shake it a little bit. You will see, guys, I put pictures of myself. This was me. I said to you. I said I was an athlete. You see, I had muscles. I looked cute. Look at that smile. I wish I could go back there because life was just so nice and easy. Everything was paid for. Only thing I had to do was just to wear those shoes and run. That's all I had to do. So you have to start somewhere in life. I was studying as an internal auditing student. I was an athlete. And people thought I was doing sports and exercise management because I was fit and I was good in athletics. Isn't that some of us actually feel like there's a mismatch in our life? You're studying something, you're not even good at it, but you're good at something else. And people start calling you that, like me, they thought I was an exercise fanatic, so it qualifies me to be a student that does sports and exercise technology. I did not even know what that was. And when you look at it, being an auditor, being an athlete, it doesn't fit. And I was an SA athlete. I had the SA colors. I thought I was going to be the Caster Semenya at that time. Due to circumstances, I didn't. And I had to leave the city. Because I was the first one at home and I had to go and work. And my parents couldn't continue supporting me financially because I have to be the bigger sister and I needed to bring bread on the table. So you have to start somewhere. And if today does not help you, then the heavens need to come down. Because we all sitting here, we're looking at this name, entrepreneur, and we think it's big. And it's not that mountain that we're looking at. We don't know that at some stage all of us here we're entrepreneurs. But I did people's hair, adversity to survive. What is if I can just ask you now, what is the definition of an entrepreneur? I'm trying to be a teacher.
Hey, no, being put in the spot. I'm saying it's basically selling a skill or a product. That's a simple definition for me of what an entrepreneur is.
For a hop of a profit, right? You risk your finances for a hop of a profit. And how many of you here are doing that now? A lot of us. But we consider ourselves as an entrepreneur. But we're making the money, we are changing their lives, we are shaping our communities. We don't see them. There's a lady somewhere, you were reminding her that she does this, she does that, and probably you are more than what she's saying, and you're not realizing that. Kudos to you for being here today, and thanks to Simbali for this platform to help us realize who you are, because you're more than what you think. And you should clap hands for yourself. Thank you for that. Brought myself a little bit notes. I'm trying to be a student. This is me. I was in an office at FNB. Somebody was asking, how can we help you? I said, FNB. And I think Usis Mazindi was like, they're banking with FNB. And inside I'm like, oh girl, I'll wait for them. So this was me with the hope of being an auditor. Hope of being an auditor. And I'm still not one. If I knew then, wasted all my 5 years. And my parents' fees, probably wouldn't have done it. But I don't regret it because it's working in my business. So nothing goes to waste. All things work together for good. So I put that there as a continuation of my life. I was a consultant at some stage, business consultant, personal consultant, service consultant, every consultation that you know you can be in the bank. The one thing that I'm happy about that I was never was a teller. I love money. And I thank God I was not tempted to be. Sitting there, I was still contemplating. I would go for interviews, your auditor general, and all these big 5 auditing firms wanting to be an auditor. Because, can you see the way I'm wearing?
Yeah.
I would exercise during this walk. You know the walk that auditors do when they walk into companies and feel threatened. That was me. That was the girl. But it never happened. And I was like, what happened? But just today I'm trying. Being that person trying to do articles and it never came. I went for interviews and it never happened. And I asked myself, what am I doing wrong? There was still that emptiness inside of me. I did not know what it was. As you climb the corporate ladder, when they call you for interviews for articles, you're like, no ways, I'm not going to be getting 2.5. Now I'm here, I've got responsibilities at home, I'm not going there. And for that reason, I never made it to be an auditor. But at least I'm the auditor of my firm. It rhymes, ne?
Yes.
An auditor of my firm.
Yes.
I said earlier on, I will tell you about the why, and I'm going to allow you to be curious. It's because, Sister I don't have the reason why I became an entrepreneur. I'm going to be telling you my story because I don't want you living here thinking that sometimes you need to have all the ducks in a row. It does not happen like that all the time. My story is unique. Your story is unique. Don't go out there and wanting to be Gugu. But Gugu is here today to let you know that if it happens that you are like her, it's okay. Don't think you are strange. You are strange. Don't think you are weird. There is a place for you in the world. Why? Why am I here? Why am I an entrepreneur? There was a sermon one time in church that was preached, and the pastor prophesied, not to me, to the congregation. It was a general prophecy. Some of you are going to be flying like you're riding a bicycle, like you're climbing a taxi. Some of you are going to be owning businesses that you did not start. And I'm like, what is he talking about? How is it even possible for somebody to start a business? I mean, to have a business and own, you become a shareholder, you own shares in a company that you did not. How is that even possible? But that seed found a place inside of me. You know when you're eating chips and kota and acha and avo, and you drink water. It's not complete until you have Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
You know, you drink and bowl, and you feel like, that's what that seed did. It found a place, it found an emptiness, it found a void, and I took it. I don't know how many people took it, but I took it for myself. That is what is happening here today. We are here to provoke what is inside of you. Take what you want for yourself.
All right.
I took it. A few years down the line, a friend of mine calls and said, you guys are complaining about working in the bank and whatever. There's two of us. There's one mutual friend and there's two different people. The other one is working there, I'm working there. He calls us, he said, guys, there's a program, the government. You know that program of land distribution, taking back the land from the white people? That program. He said, why don't you guys just come together and do this program and see what happens? Because I'm tired of hearing you complaining. You're complaining about the bank, this and this and this and this and this. And I was like, oh, guys, I did not have the mind of being a business person. I did not even have an idea that, I did not even dream of being a business person. That is why that sometimes when I say somebody, when people are asking me, why chickens, why this, I don't have a reason. Chickens located me. Because that void was filled by a prophecy. And I know that is not a lot of story that people want to hear. People want to say, I had a plan, I had a mission, I had a vision. Sometimes you don't have that. That was me. Fast forward, it was done. How it was done, I didn't even go to that department, what you call it, Cypro. No, I didn't even go. I didn't know the door. I was asked for my documents, ID, what, and whatnot. And 2013, the business was open. And I found myself as a shareholder, 50% shareholder. But yesterday I slept in a normal person, today I'm an entrepreneur. Not just an entrepreneur, I'm a shareholder.
Yes.
How did that happen? And this story, it can happen to any of you. I can promise you today. You see, as I'm talking, I'm releasing. Tomorrow is fine. This is another picture of me and the chickens. There's so many of them. We're getting somewhere. This is where now I'm in the business. The business is open. I'm now a shareholder. Our business is called Poultry Harvest. It's a farm. It's in Delmas. We produce about 410,000 birds per cycle.
Wow.
Did you hear what I said? 410,000. Sure. It's not a mistake. 410,000 birds per cycle. A cycle is 33 days.
Wow.
I've got money.
Yeah.
33 days to grow a chicken. That's what it takes. We are funded by the government since we got the land from them. We did not pay for the land. We are leasing the land from the government. We are paying rent. It's not for free. We are paying rent through that program of land distribution, redistribution. The program, it still exists. The unique thing that we did then was that we identified the farm. We approached them. We asked them if they don't want to sell, and we went to the government with something. We did not wait for the government to say, we want a farm. Give us a farm. We went with the proposal to say, there's a farm, they are willing to sell this much. Can you help us? They did. And don't be fooled. The story that I'm telling is like in the Bible, where it says in the beginning, and then there was light, there was what, and you're thinking everything, it happened the following day, like, you know. It takes time. Don't be fooled and say, no, I want to be like that lady. She said she went to the government and the government opened the doors. No, it's not like that. You need to be patient. It takes time. It took years for us to get to where we are getting. And the nice part, or the cherry on top, is that the company that was already owning the business had a contract, an offtake with Daybreak Foods. So when we came, we took over that contract. I I don't know how to start a business from scratch. I'm being honest. Business, I'm not gonna lie and say, I know what it's like, work and hobo, I know what it's like. No, I don't. And I learned agriculture I did not know anything about agriculture. I did not do agriculture. I did not even raise my grandmother's chickens. The only thing I knew was just to slaughter it. That's all I knew what to do. I did not know a thing about chicken, but I learned. Why? Because that prophecy that I received filled the void that I had, and I knew that I belonged there. God, don't ask me why chickens. No, I only know the importance of chickens when COVID hit. So you see, some of the things we only learn along the way. We don't know what we're doing now. We don't know where it is going. Only when that time comes and the light switches on. I only know during COVID that I'm doing an important job. I had a permit. I was in essential work. When you guys were locked at home, I was going around doing business. That's how important it, now I realize. Only then, when COVID hit, I knew how important it was. So I'm just trying to cover some of the questions and whatnot and whatnot. My story is different. Your story is different. Make yours work. Tailor it the way you want. Partner with people that are along that. And don't allow people to tell you that you're too ambitious. Don't allow them. No, this is not realistic. Don't allow them. Mine came as a prophecy. And that in the world, it does not really work. Because people don't want to hear it. You are lazy. You're waiting on God to tell you something. I did not even want a business. God gave me one. Because I have a place in the world. Now, the 17 employees that reports to me.
How many?
17. That is important. Why? Why am I mentioning it? Because most of the people that are working at the farm are from the surrounding neighborhood. I had 4 students that finished their intern in December. They are graduating this year because they did agriculture, animal production. I think that is what it's called. Yeah, animal production. 4 of them. One in Pumalanga, one in KZN, one in Limpopo. The other one is on the farm, yes. But most of the people are in the farm. When we came, there were no ladies. It was only men. Now we have ladies. That is the reason why I'm mentioning how many employees that I have. Because we are combating unemployment. Sometimes we have no idea. It does not fit. Those things don't gel. It does not make sense. The puzzle does not fit. But we are here today to cultivate all of that. To put all of that together to say, man, I was doing this wrong when I was born. Probably we were born with those skills, we don't know. We are shaping it today to the way you want it. I want you guys today, when you leave and you're going back home, sit. If it means you need to do a life map, do it. If you want help, come to me, but not for free. I'm marketing. Yeah. I wasn't listening. Life map will help you because you'll be able to trace your step ever since. You will think as far you can start at an early age to say, what did I do? Even at school, you were selling pencils. Even at school, you were selling sweets. All those marketing skills are there. All those characteristics of an entrepreneur is there. Do that. I dare you to do that. And you would be amazed what knowledge you have because it's buried deep down inside of you. We are going to lunch. That's not what this slide is for. Take home. Can you see how healthy that lunchbox is? What is Gugu saying? needs to go back home and start plucking out all these old feathers. Some of you needs to go home and start thinking, what is it that you want in your life? Because the world is waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. You are waiting for yourself. There are people out there that are waiting for the skills that you have and you're burying it. It's inside of you. And one day you're going to answer. Because God is going to come and ask you, what did you do? It rhymed again. I'm a good listener. I'm a good listener. Usisi Nukuli was talking about the talents, right? There's a verse that I like in Luke that says, occupy. That's occupy. Are you occupied? When Jesus comes back, what are you going to say? When he says, I left you to occupy, what did you do? Just you're making a change. I don't know about the rest of them. Maybe if you conduct a survey to say, everybody that attended Masterclass, when you come here, when you came here, what were you doing? And after a month, we're tracing it. After a month, what did you do? And we should have accountability partners to track our successes. I'm very bad at that. But anyway, our take home today, start small. Don't look at Makwenya, don't look at peanuts and you're thinking it's nothing. There are people that love them. That's your target market. You know who are your target market. You could be in the back of the room. You could be selling to a street where people are stuck in traffic. You could be selling, what is this? I love it. I love it. You know those ice blocks? When you're stuck in traffic and those guys, they come. That is Uber, guys. It brings it to your door, your car. I mean, like, really. Can you see? These people, they come and bring the ice to you, and you're sitting in your car and you're waiting for the robots and you're stuck in traffic. Start small. Don't underestimate yourself. What you're doing is big. It goes for the bigger picture. Be consistent. Guys, I did not steal her slides. I promise. I've got my notes. I did not steal your slides. Be consistent. Be visible.
Well.
It is here! Be visible. You see those guys that are selling those ice blocks, they would even knock at your door like this.
Yeah.
Why do we always do that? When somebody comes at the window, you be like you feel the need to smile and be nice. You don't like. They are being visible and they are consistent. You know, sometimes go to your cashiers, but when I get to that robot, I am going to find them. Be that person. Separate business from personal. That's very important. How and why am I saying this? You are a brand. Usisi said, I'm the brand. I'm providing a service. I'm utilizing my Capitec account. I'm doing nails. Yeah. You don't open a business account. Everybody that wants to pay you, they pay you in your personal account. You go buy bread, you go do all the other activities. Before you know it, you need to buy your nail polish and your what. There's no money because you used it for your personal stuff. Tax men come, they're looking for receipts, you need to account. Those receipts, the ink goes so fast. Those receipts, you buy something now, you put it in your bag. Tomorrow or the next day, it does not even show what is it saying. So the only way you're going to track what you did in your business, you separate business from personal. You pay yourself using that business. You take salary from this, you save salary from your business to your personal, you use your personal for your personal stuff, and you leave the business stuff alone. Separate, guys. That's how some of the businesses, they fall, because we are unable to track even the growth that is happening in the business. Expose yourself. Through networking. We are here. You see, that's why I don't like some sometimes being the last because everybody just takes what you want to say. Don't say my lines though. Don't steal my lines. We are networking right now. You are meeting people that are doing something or they are alone in what you're doing. Partner with the people. Attend seminars, attend masterclasses like this, attend conference. You create and you maintain those relationships. I think you said something like that as well. You create them. You can't say you want to be known, you're sitting there in the corner and expect somebody to come to you. No, if you don't like people, you need to go to a masterclass for that. You create and you maintain it. That's how you're going to grow your business. Keep learning. Educate yourself. You can't just remain an L-Tech. Now there's artistic stuff. There's sometimes I see bows. I'm naked. My nails are naked. You start from a hair polish. The next time you put pink. The next time there's a heart. Now there's even chains. You know, people go around with nails and chains. That's being artistic. That means you go to school. You learn. You expose yourself to those kind of things. You call yourself a nail artist, right? That means they are artists. That's how they brand themselves. They're artists. How do you brand yourself?
See what you did there?
Our paths are not the same. I'm just here today to tell you that it's okay. If your path looks like there's so many of them and you don't know which one to take, it's okay. There is going to be a cul-de-sac somewhere that is going to allow you to turn back. You start from where you started. You're going to get lost, you're going to be swallowed, and sometimes you're going to crash. You're going to lose money, you're going to lose friends, because now you're better than everybody else. It's okay. You are allowed to dream big. It's okay to be the best version of yourself. It's okay. Not to know sometimes you get stuck. You want this juices flowing, you want these ideas. It's okay. When we leave here today, I want you to go back and look at yourself in the mirror. Say, girl, who are you? What you got inside of you? Look at yourself with those eyes, you know, with that attitude. Don't go there and be like, why am I not like Mrs. Cook? No.
Yes, yeah.
Go there, look at yourself and look inside. Look deep. You know, there are some of us here that does not want that. They are even scared. You can't look at yourself and I'm being serious, guys. I do coaching. There are people that does not want to look at themselves in the mirror because they think they are ugly. Look at yourself in the mirror and you ask yourself, what do you have? This world is waiting for you to contribute. Now this I like. I know there's so many people that wrote or that reads this quote, but I decided to take somebody that's close to our hearts. It says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond nature. It's our light, not our darkness, that frightens us most. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and famous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that people won't feel insecure around you. You were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us. It's in all of us. And when we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other permission to do the same. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
When you do what you love, when you do what you call for, you unconsciously give me the right to do the same. As we liberate, as we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberate others. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I leave you with today here. To say, let's go out there and shine.
Sure. Can we give another round? What I really took away from what Mrs. Gugu mentioned is that we have all got something within ourselves. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to the people around you, and you owe it to God to take out these gifts and talents that are within you. And also, the Bible says that we should not despise small beginnings, right? And I remember when God was also speaking to Moses, as Mrs. Gugu mentioned, how God was involved in her journey.